In a world where enemies respawn, you need infinite bullets.
Mr. Versetti. Colonel, thank you for coming. Please sit. Lobster? No, thanks.
Yeah, he's really dressed for this high-powered business meeting here.
That one of the causes of our mutual
It's the 80s,
problem
anything goes.
appears to have been the loose tongue of a
Especially
man
that gay
I
sailor
used
in the
to
back.
trust.
Chainsaw?
Chainsaw
For
sailor.
years. But now, he's
Well,
involved
you know,
in
when you're out in
breaches,
international
new
waters,
heights.
any fetish is really gay, fair game.
Did he do it? It's the money that's important to me.
For this kindness, I'll reward you. And then, we will find your money together.
What is this
It will
guy
be at
talking
least
about?
10,000.
I don't know.
Something about lobster chainsaws.
Yeah.
Is this chainsaw for me?
Yes.
For me? You shouldn't have.
Really? You really shouldn't have.
Leatherface, 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 Leatherface.
Oh, you get
Leatherface,
it's the chainsaw killing one. The first one you do it. Or
The first one is always the sweetest.
yes,
Okay, so I have to kill some guy.
with the chainsaw.
Can do.
Make sure you chainsaw your way into the mission as a precursor to the chainsawing of him.
Nice bumper cars there.
All I know is there's a pink dot and it's gonna die horribly.
Gotta chainsaw that pink dot in half.
It's gonna be a collection of pink triangles by the time we're done with it.
So my favorite chainsaw ever that I ever saw, and unfortunately did not get a chance to use but really wanted to, was a chainsaw blade connected to some gas on the end of a 6-foot telescoping pole with a trigger on the end. And basically what you did was you telescoped the pole out and you had a telescoping chainsaw. It's probably the most ridiculous thing ever, especially considering since it was a telescoping pole, it kind of didn't stay level, and after you were done sawing through something, it would wobble up and down. It was
Groovy.
probably the most dangerous thing I'd ever seen ever, and I really want like a phalanx of Spartans or whatever wielding them.
That's right, this one. You gotta be careful or run away fast.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to redo the mission. Oh,
Oh, my face! My beautiful chainsawed face!
this guy's gonna run.
Hey, he's fat. He won't
Oh,
get
he's
far.
fast.
Shut that big mouth of yours. It's got a blade. Fat slime ball.
Got a series of blades attached to a chain.
Away from me.
Is he running now?
Yep. He's a fat bastard. He's fast.
Wasted my life.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Stand still and I'll make it quick. Hey, you double.
More. Stick the chainsaw straight into his crotch.
You think he's dead? Oh, there we
Oh,
are.
there we go. Oh, look at
Oh.
that sparks fly. It's like the 4th of July.
It's all over the windshield.
Time for a tutorial on how to use spray shops, I guess.
Oh yeah, gotta have one of those.
Well, if I'm gonna, spend all that money getting a spray shop, I might as well kill a bunch of people on the way over.
Try to make it 3
It's
stars.
natural. Dunk.
That's one.
Cool. It's quite a sound to make when your chest cavity is collapsed.
I just think it's more about.
He wasn't actually yelling out in pain, that was just the air forced out of his chest, and I ran over him. I've got 1 star at this point, I don't even need to go in there.
No. I think they
How
want
else will
to.
you learn about using a spray shop?
I think they want you to, so you can print in the mission.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Eventually. As soon as that car blows up.
You know, the car is on its back and presenting itself to you. You have to mount it,
Can do.
as is your dominant alpha car, right?
There was a Far Side comic that got rejected from the newspaper because Gary Larson drew this comic that was What Dogs Dream About, and he meant to draw a car just like lying upside down with the dog just like standing over it triumphantly. He accidentally drew a dog humping a car.
How do you accidentally draw a dog humping a car?
He explains in detail how he just meant to draw like the transmission box because the car happened to be upside down, and ended up putting like this rectangular protrusion in front of the dog's crotch. It totally looked like the dog was humping the car.
You know, I almost feel that's better. but it's Gary
Oh.
Larson.
Do you know what this was? My very first drive-by.
Commemorate it, huh?
Oh.
It's special. It's a special moment for us, Internet. What am I doing right now?
Driving around. I really wish you could use the chainsaw on the motorcycle, so you could do drive-by chainsawings.
Yeah, I was just disappointed with that too. You can't use melee weapons on motorcycles. You also can't use melee weapons on the golf carts.
Now that would just be silly, using melee weapons on a car.
Have you ever seen... Let's see, there's the bike chase in Akira.
Didn't they see all those movies in the 80s where the ninjas had motorcycles and they'd run around with katanas and they'd cut people's heads off?
Have you ever played Road Rash, man?
Assault rifle.
That's kind of like a melee weapon.
Yeah, that's one of the really defining memories I have of the 80s, where I would watch my dad watch movies where there'd be ninjas on motorcycles. They'd race towards the guy. They'd put the gun on the asphalt. Sparks would strike up, and then the guy's head would get, chopped off. It'd be pretty cool, and I'd be scared because I was a little kid. And I was a sissy when I was a little kid, and I couldn't take scary movies.
Still a sissy. Oh, burn.
I thought Star Trek was really scary when I was a kid.
Which Star Trek?
Well,
Original series.
looking back and seeing the original series,
Yeah.
It's just cheesy.
I guess Uhura was kind of haggly looking.
Yeah, let's not have ill comments about Uhura.
She was a fine Nubian princess.
I'd appreciate her fan dance any day. What was I talking about?
We don't know.
How you were scared of Star Trek as a little kid?
Oh yeah. You remember the one episode where it was like a submarine sort of thing, and they couldn't. What am I talking about? I'm not going to talk about this at all. Too
Was
boring.
that the episode of Star Trek where a monster came out from behind a rock? Because I've seen that
Where
one.
the monster was a rock?
It was the one where Spock got hurt, and then.
Which one was that?
Was it
now?
the one where his shirt got torn as he was fighting something and then possibly having sex with it, and it might have been a rock? Because I've also seen that episode. Or maybe he made a bazooka out of like a log and some rocks and shit, and he shot something and it was an angel.
That only happened once.
Yeah, but like it's that. You know when you ever like watch some random TV show and every time you sit down to watch it, it's only one episode and it's just some sort of weird magical ability.
I've had that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I watch classic Star Trek, that's always the episode that plays, so I always get to see Log Bazooka. Which actually isn't all that bad, but,
That was a fine episode.
Was that the PCJ playground you just went through?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's like whenever I watch G.I. Joe, or when I was a little kid, bringing it back full circle, whenever I watched, or tried to watch G.I. Joe, I'd always get the one where Cobra and G.I. Joe teamed up to fight the drug lord, who, if I remember correctly, had a weapon that was basically a fire hose that shot drugs.
I was thinking about the episode where Spock forces the communication channel open with the alien. And you see his face and he's all scary. And I was very scared.
Scary like a rock.
Solid like a rock.
Like a rock!
Why am I trying to drive a motorcycle back here? This is crap.
Why are you even back here?
I was doing random things and talking about Star Trek. You were there. I'll just go see Cortez and get more missions to kill random people.
No, not back there yet. No.
I'm gonna get more pie. Delicious pie that you cannot have, Internet, unless you go out and buy your own. Pie, pie, pie.
I want this motorcycle to explode now. Never explodes when I want it to. There we go.
There he is. That went far.
It's a pretty good superpower to have. Desire things to explode, and they do.
I have the ability to steal things that aren't nailed down.
Like my heart. Aww.
Tommy, come, join me.
Still dressed like Luigi, huh?
This looks delicious, eh? Happy as snout.
That is a big set, isn't it?
Tommy, you are
I
like
got
a
us this
pompous
festive
breed.
barbecued taper.
Freed me from the stench of corruption. Although I must appear to mourn his passing and carry on with business as usual.
This isn't getting me any closer to my money.
Tommy, my friend, you are not in Liberty now. Here, we do things differently. I will continue with my inquiries, but in the meantime, I will deal with
Come on,
Poor friend
make this
Cortez.
worth Luigi's
You're a
time.
good friend, Tommy. I knew you
Why we
would not
listen
let
to
me
Robert
down.
Davi blabbering
I
on?
need you to meet the court.
I don't know. It's boring. Meet with a courier. Okay.
Oh man, mall madness. Shit. Sale at the fashion boutique.
Mall's my favorite.
But you didn't say like it says on the like actually there is a sale at the fashion boutique.
Ah. Motorcycles just aren't reliable when you're trying to drive over sharp curves like that.
Never will be in GTA.
They're not like the skateboards and Snow Crash.
That's a random reference and awesome.
Yeah.
Also, kind of sort of plausible.
No, it wasn't. The smart wheels with the little spokes that poked out.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Running over random people?
Yeah. I was more a fan of YT's plotful,
Vagina Dentata?
yeah, vagina dentata.
Oh, the cop saw that one.
So I'll go back and do it again.
What are you doing here?
Going up the escalator on a motorcycle?
Whoa, man. That's so rad. You should slam a Mountain Dew.
Am I killing this guy?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Vision mailed.
We'll go back to Cortez then. Do it over again.
Yeah, that'll bring the guy back to life and solve all my problems.
Cortez is Jesus?
Cortez is Robert Davi. I'm not sure if that he's Jesus or not though.
This summer, Jesus is Jesus.
Oh, no, no, no!
Oh!
Oh no!
That sucks. I've got to get well armed all over again. Don't even have my chainsaw anymore.
You gonna bite it though.
I still maintain that taxis in Grand Theft Auto are the most perfect car to drive.
They are.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Not the yellow cab, the other ones that look like the Chevy Caprice.
Yeah. They have the perfect bootlegger turn.
Yep.